see. We should be feeding out to the folks out there, Walt. To the folks, let us know if we're feeding out. Let like if everything is all good out there. If you are seeing us, hearing us, all of that, you're joining us live on the Utreons, so that we could do that. Look, this somebody who's the president right now believes that this will cure all your ails.
Well,
This is my
well,
Mossberg shoddy. What's that, Walt?
I
Oh,
said
there you go.
it could serve, it could fix some of them. I
Yeah,
mean,
there you go. There you go. But we are live on Utreon because Utreon is the only place on the face of planet Earth that will let us go live and hold guns. YouTube definitely won't let us go live and hold guns. So that's why we're not over there. If you're listening to this on audio, on the podcast, and you want to join us live, go to Utreon/Who Moved My Freedom. As well as if you want to see our gun stuff, it's on Utreon/Hank Strange. Of course, you can go to Utreon/Safety Harbor Firearms. If you're
yeah.
watching this on replay, because we put it up on YouTube, I'm still able to post on Who Moved My Freedom on YouTube. I cannot post on Hank Strange because of shenanigans that YouTube's going on to. We'll talk about that. But yeah, that's how this goes. If you want to see us live, Utreon is the place to go. You guys can support us here on Utreon if you're new. You can subscribe and all of that kind of good stuff. And anyone who gives money up here tonight, half of it goes to me, half goes to Walter from Safety Harbor Firearms. So there you go.
Money? Did somebody say money?
Yeah, you want to get this kicked off, Walt?
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
I don't hear anything from people out there. I'm going to assume that I don't see any comments or anything like that. I'm assuming that we're rolling out to... Oh, looks like we are rolling out to the people out there. So let's press the button and get it going.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. Bada boom, bada bing. Here we go. Walt's in the house. I'm in the house. Let's do the jazz hands. There you go, jazz hands.
On a Friday.
It's Friday. Yeah. What do we? I don't even know what we call Fridays. I don't know. We don't have a thing for Friday.
I got it. It's called Freaky Friday.
Freaky Fridays. That's too ezy.
Oh, okay.
That's too easy. There you go.
Well, I got it better.
What?
Friday.
Just slow your roll. Hold on. All right, so listen, Walt's in the house. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on. This is episode 962 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. So that means, Walt, we've got about 38 episodes and we hit 1,000 episodes and make history, and you guys are right along with us making history. Shout out to Jade Grew as well as Asper Warrior out there and all the people listening to us around the world. There's people listening to us in Russia. People listening to us in Italy, in Germany. I imagine there's some hot chicks out in Germany listening to us, Walt. Can you seriously now?
I hope so.
They're enjoying this. There's people in Australia listening to us. That.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, that nice Aussie accent.
Good day, mate.
Jen Champ is out there. Jen Champ Jr. says, "Sup all fat ass Friday, cause I'm hungry."
Hey, I just shoveled down a whole plate full of Chinese to get on, so I wouldn't be eating on here. So.
Oh, look at you, Walt.
Yeah.
Behaving yourself all behaviorally.
Well, right now in my space right here, I don't have hardly room for a plate because I got so much stuff in here, and I got to clean up in here. It's not bad stuff. It's it's stuff like these and things like that. Magazines and parts and
criminal.
Pieces. I know. Look at that.
You evil man. Didn't AK Operators Union get in trouble just because he put a magazine in a gun?
That's what he said.
Don't make no sense.
That's what Robsky said. So I mean, I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Yeah. Speaking of accents here, before I forget about it, I'll just tell you this little story. So last week I was doing the RV show, and at the show there's a couple that husband and wife, they have a channel really big, like a big channel, hundreds of thousands of subscribers and stuff like that. I look at their stuff. For anyone who cares to know, I don't know if anyone cares out there, but anyway, they're called Fit RV, and I like their stuff, right? And so I went over there. I don't know them, but they were in a booth that I was in, and I saw them. So you know me, I always go make jokes with people. So I made a joke with the guy, and his wife turned around and goes, "Oh, that's a real nice accent you have." And then I saw the guy look up at me like that, like, who's my wife talking to about his accent? And it was funny, yeah. And I was like, really? I got a nice accent? I didn't know.
That's like people said my dad used to have an accent. And I was like, you don't know what an accent is until you really, really hear a Russian or a Polish accent. Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of... we probably all have an accent, right? So from people around the world, tell us what kind of accent we have. Let us know. The title of this show, it's episode 962. The title is YouTube Wages War on Pro 2A Content. They win, we lose. Of course, with my friend Walther Keller of Safety Harbor Firearms. There he goes. What's up, Walt? What you been up to?
Ooh, putting loaded mags in guns. Anyways, what I've been up to. Well, have we talked since the SHOT Show?
I know, because the last time you were on the show was SHOT Show, but it was crazy. You and Rich were running out. Right. Big thanks to you and Rich, by the way. We'll have Rich on here at some point.
So since you were at the RV show, we were in Las Vegas at SHOT Show. And for those who saw my video about my room at the Mirage with no furniture in it, that was one of the little things that aside from that, the SHOT Show was like full on again. I mean, it was full of people and
by the way, I think it was totally appropriate for them to put you in a handicapped room. I believe that's appropriate.
With no chairs.
You're special. You're special. They knew you were special, Walt. They were trying to accommodate your specialness.
How do all handicapped people don't use chairs and desk?
Well, you don't need it if you have a wheelchair. No, a desk would probably be necessary.
Wait a minute. You got to roll on. Yeah, just because it says handicap doesn't mean you're in a wheelchair.
Well, this is true.
I mean, look at people. These dudes driving Corvettes that have handicap tags.
They might. Yeah, they may have a can. Okay, some dudes just have that special dispensation. They could walk. There's folks out there who are handicapped, do need a wheelchair. And you do need to give them like that access, to get closer and all that, because it's a struggle.
I got no problem with that. Yeah. But you know what? As I said in my little video I did, I ain't.
Yeah, your handicap is different. You got that. You crazy. That's what. That's what's wrong with you.
All I wanted was a damn desk and a chair, and maybe an ottoman so I could put my feet up.
Asper Warrior says, "Hey man, don't handy hate." No, we've got lots of folks out there who support us who are handicapped, and I'm trying to fight for y'all. Walt is the one trying to take the space.
My mama had that. She had that too when she had cancer. Okay, so but anyways, no. I paid the same same amount of money everybody else, and I didn't even get a damn chair in my room. Come on, man! I get more furniture at the Days Inn. Come on.
Yeah.
I was just
did you get a bed? Because that's all you need.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. There was a king size bed, and they were proclaiming it was a Posturpedic or something like that, or Tempur-Pedic or something. Okay. The freaking bed had okay. Let me put this magazine down. The bed was like, how beds sometimes like in the middle it's like a valley. Well, this bed didn't have valley. It had a hump in the middle. So
it had the reverse valley.
If I try to roll over toward my significant other,
I had to go
uphill to get up there. Yeah, So
listen, if I had a room with no desk, it would be a major problem because I edit when I'm doing shows. I need to sit down and edit, and
my son Will had a room the same way. He ended up in a handicap room too, but he had a chair in that room. One chair, and it looks like the chair didn't belong because it was a kind of different color arrangement. He gave me that chair so I could sit with my computer at the nightstand and look at things and do stuff like that. But that ain't right.
No, it is messed up. Asper
So
Warrior says he's got the handicap license plate and he parks in handicap spaces and he makes handicap faces and he ties his shoelaces and he goes to the races.
that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
I embellished some of that.
Yeah, you embellish. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So aside from
No,
that, SHOT Show was.
So what happened
SHOT
to the handicap people? You guys displaced the handicap people, Walter, and that's not cool.
I guess they didn't need it because we tried to change. First, I said, "Can you get me a desk and a chair?" No, we don't have that. Okay. So then I said, "Well, we can change the room." Well, we'll have to get back to you because we got to make sure we have rooms for people that are coming in. I was like, "What about me?"
They obviously didn't care. You are obviously not the problem.
They got my money, so
right.
they know they got you over a barrel. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yeah,
what I should have done is went out in the hallway.
But they had tables. Come on, it's Vegas. I don't want to hear that nonsense. They don't have tables.
I should have.
I bet you, if you wanted a gambling table up there, they'd bring it.
In retrospect, I should have went out in the hallway and stole some of the furniture from out in the hallway. But I didn't do that.
Oh, you would get so locked up.
I'm not stealing it. I'm just moving it around.
Those people in Vegas see everything. Remember when Brandon Herrera went to Vegas with that AK-50, and everywhere they went, they called him. Everywhere he went, they were like, "Oh, we know you're over here."
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard to hide a 50 cal. So,
yeah, that was funny. I remember that when that happened, man. I remember talking to him about that. He was like, "Damn, man, I can't go anywhere." And then everyone was trying to find him a spot. I think even you volunteered, but by then someone gave him spot in a booth.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But anyways, aside from that, the show was okay. I mean, like I said, the attendance seemed to be back to normal. We talked to people, the typical SHOT Show stuff. But this was our last show, so we decided we're not going to exhibit anymore. So,
what's the thinking on that? Why?
Well, money. One thing, the aggravation of it. Secondly, thirdly, I've done it. That was like the 20th year I've been at the SHOT Show in a row.
Wow.
In a row. So it's kind of like what used to be in my life was January was the SHOT Show. April and October were Knob Creek. Knob Creek's done, and then we'll figure, if we're going to go to the SHOT Show, we'll go we'll suitcase it, as they call it. You just walk around with your stuff and you talk to people, and which they don't like that either. But
right, no, they're not fans of that either. But you can there's a ton of other shows that you could do. There's the Gathering from PSA, and I'm sure this year we'll have the folks from PSA on the show. I was trying to get them on right before SHOT Show, but you guys know that's like batshit crazy times for Palmetto State Armory and every gun company.
And they had a secret at the secret unveiling at the SHOT Show, which was that the STG 44.
Oh, right. So do you have pictures of that? You want to share some? Do you have pictures of it?
I did take some pics of it.
We did show it from before. If you put it in the chat with me, you, and Babyface P, I'll show it off to the folks. Actually, let me check the Discord. What's up with the Discord? I'll take a look.
I don't know.
Shout out to all the people in the Discord. I'll share the Discord right now.
But even some of their employees,
there is a Discord.
Some of the employees didn't even know they were bringing that. They work for PSA, so
yeah.
But
right.
But they had a lot of the cool stuff too. They had their rock compact version, which
that's
is
nice. Yep.
Definitely, it's definitely a carryable if you're a carry person.
Yep.
What else? They had the Jackal and 9mm. They had like Jackal pistols. They had
cool.
the Jackal rifles with 16 and 18-inch barrels. I think it was. What else? I'm probably missing something else. The Crinkoffs were out there.
PSA always has, probably of all the people at SHOT Show, I would say PSA probably puts out the most stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they always catch hate. Oh, well, there goes another thing they're never gonna do. I got news for you. PSA is freaking gonna.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have that STG 44 if they're taking it on, because they are.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, here's the big question about the STG 44. You gave Hill and Mac money. Are you getting any credit when you go
Yeah,
to
we're
buy it
supposed.
from PSA?
Those orders are all supposed to be honored.
Really?
So, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh fuck yeah! I mean, I gave them $1,700.
okay, but this is a totally different company now. Now they're with
Well, but
JJE. I mean,
yeah, I know
I
that.
want you to get your
Would
STG,
you?
but
Would you take here? You want some bad press? You want to
hmm
buy a company and not honor the back orders from the company that you buy?
I hope
Paid
they do. We'll
for,
see.
paid for in full, not just an order. Paid
Yeah,
for in full.
we'll see. We'll get the PSA guys on here and see if we can lock some of that down and see what's going on. Because I'm sure you're not the only one.
No, no,
Yeah,
no. I'm quite sure I'm not the only one. So yeah,
yeah,
they said they were going to be honoring this, so I
yeah.
believe them.
Asper Warrior says Walter would love to see you at Brownells for GunCon 2023. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I think I'm gonna go. I'm not doing SHOT Show anymore because at the same time as SHOT Show is the big RV show, and I got to do that. So, but I'm down to go to the other smaller shows that don't interrupt with that particular schedule. So if
Gun.
Barnauls has one going on or anyone else, I'll consider it. But remember, there might be things that come up, and there's a
So
lot of stuff going on.
tell me, GunCon? I never heard of GunCon.
I
What is
think that has
GunCon?
to do with the Gun Collective. I think the Gun Collective remember the Gun Collective did an event at NRA, but I don't think he's doing it there anymore. I believe he's doing it with Brownells. Now I could be wrong. I don't want to speak for John Patton. Maybe I'll see if I can get him to come on and he can talk about it.
Yeah.
There's the Gundies that happens as well. That's a thing that happens. The Gundies.
Yeah, but
Um,
bless their heart, the
mhm,
Gundys is I don't know. I can't
mhm,
get excited about the Gundys because it's
mhm.
a popularity contest. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I would like to be recognized without having to campaign to be recognized by my fellow 2A folks out there, my fellow patriots. And if I
yeah,
didn't do enough work to be recognized, then hey, I get it. I shouldn't be recognized. But
yeah,
they have a particular way of doing their thing. So,
Well, also it's a way to gather tons of email addresses for people too.
yeah.
So there's a double-edged sword when you
There is
do all
that.
that.
Now they don't overuse it from what I could see. And I know myself and other people were looking to see if they overuse it, and I would say they don't actually overuse it. They promise they won't, and from what I've seen, they've held up to that. We've had the Gundies guys on, and they're always welcome to come on again. We got to support the shows, Walt, whether we agree with it or not.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, well,
yeah,
I'm not, like I
smaller
said.
ones.
Crump is on there.
Hmm.
I went and did my thing and voted for Crump.
Yeah.
I think I did. To me, I'm
Hmm.
you gotta work your way through the whole thing to make the vote. And I'm like, after a couple seconds or a couple minutes, I'm like, fuck this, I'm out of here. I mean,
Oh.
you know what I mean? If I got to work to vote for somebody, it's like,
Hmm.
oh, come on, get to it.
Yeah.
Uh, Whatever.
Asper Warriors says, yeah, TGC split off from NRAM. They started a new show with Brownells. And he also says that Gundies is not interesting to me at all as a viewer. So I guess Gundies has got some work to do
I
there.
mean, it's like a Golden Globe thing or something like that. It's
Yeah. I wish that it wasn't about how big you are, because at the end of the day, because you're only going to win based on your fans voting for you, only the people that have the most fans are ever going to win that. And that's
right,
too bad,
right.
because there's lots of gun folks out there that deserve to be recognized for what they're doing. And some of them are big and some of them are small, and you know,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
and I've been there. I've actually been to the show, and sometimes they're giving awards, and the folks don't even show up that have the biggest numbers, and so
yeah,
they've
yeah,
got to work on that. I think it's a good idea, and I think if they work on it and make it better, it could be a thing. It could become a
yeah,
thing. Everything starts small, and nothing's perfect. Look at us.
yeah. Definitely not perfect.
Yeah, we're
Definitely
far
not
from
perfect.
perfect, but smaller shows. Maybe we can make a show happen here in Florida or something like that. Who knows? What?
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I don't
maybe
know.
we can put some people together and have a thing going on here in Florida, and you
Get a
know,
thing going
I
on.
don't have the time to organize any kind of thing.
I don't either. I don't have the
So,
time/patience for some of that
right.
stuff. So
Yeah.
because I'm not one to beg. I'm not going to
Right.
beg people to show up into something.
Yeah.
So
And but we see. But listen, Trey from Aries Firearms Training, they've got a nice facility. Stuff could happen there. We'll see if some stuff
yeah,
happens. So,
if
mm,
I, also shot show was cool.
mm-hmm,
Like I said, it was our last one. We made that decision. We'll
mm-hmm,
go and just. I can go and stay at the Palazzo or the Venetian, have the nice room right
mm-hmm,
in the hotel. Come down, walk in, do our thing, walk around. If I want to go upstairs and crash out, I can
mm-hmm.
crash out. If I want to have lunch with somebody, we can have lunch sitting
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
restaurant, not behind the booth, shoveling
Right.
your
Yeah.
food in
You know,
behind
you
the.
could spoil Peggy. Think about that. You know,
Oh,
you,
I I'm going to do
if she
what
wants.
Richard Hughes did next time
Mm.
around. I'm going up in the mountains and see the snow.
Oh, okay. Is that what he did?
Yeah, yeah. Did you see that? He went up there.
No, I
I
didn't
talked
see
to him
that.
about it. He went up
Mm-hmm,
there and Flying Rich, that is. He went up there with a
mm-hmm,
friend in the car, and they got
mm-hmm.
the car stuck and everything.
Oh,
So
really? Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. There's
yeah.
lots of cool stuff. So typically when Lola, this is the second year that Lola and I did not go to SHOT Show, and then we didn't go. What was it, like a year? There was at least 1 year when SHOT Show didn't happen because of COVID.
Yeah,
So I think the last time we really went was 2019, maybe.
2020,
Maybe 20. Was it 2020 the
2020.
last time I went? Yeah.
I think so.
So usually Lola and I try to get there a little early. I try to spoil her, take her out, have a nice dinner or two, go to a show and stuff like that. So we don't
Yeah, we
go. So yeah, go ahead.
1 year after shot. Alexis and Will, they went home. They flew home, and me and Peggy went on the helicopter ride to Grand Canyon.
Hmm. Yeah,
That was
that was
cool.
cool.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
I remember one
So,
year I took a limo. I took Lola back to the airport in a limo. I can't remember
oh,
how I
yeah.
made that happen,
We
but that was cool.
speaking
Hmm.
of that, we get to the airport in Vegas, and it's
Hmm.
working on midnight. Right, it's probably 11:30, something like that. And
Hmm.
normally you walk outside where the limos are, and there's plenty of cars. We
Hmm.
walk outside there, and there's not a freaking symbol like a limousine or anything. So, not the end of the world. We walked back across the terminal the other side and got a
Yeah.
taxi, and they
Yeah.
got the taxi
It's good.
right
We're going to
away and
take a
went.
break. We'll come right back with that story, Walt.
Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms.
All right, we be back, yo. Big shout out to everyone who's out there. We appreciate you guys joining us, hanging out with us here. The Armsman says, I agree with Walter. Gundies are always the
Uh,
same winners. So there you go. The
yeah,
people agree with you, Walt.
yeah. You look at the nominees, and it's like, okay, well, most of those were the nominees from last year.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a popularity contest, which is fine, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
Some other
one,
some other stuff here before we get back to the show and what was going on. I know you were talking about the car situation. Jen Champ Jr. says Utreon needs to fix the iPad app. Laugh out loud. Yeah, Utreon has a lot of work to do, and listen, all the stuff takes money and support and everything, and
and time.
yeah, and we'll talk about Utreon here in a second. When we talk about what's going on with YouTube. But tell us the story, Walt. I was listening. You said you guys had a tough time finding a cab,
Yeah,
limo.
we in the past few years when we walked out, everybody's tired when you get there. You don't feel like fucking around riding the shuttle and all this stuff.
Hmm.
So pay you to walk out and pick a limo. Boom, got in the limo, riding the limo. Of course, it's $50, $60, $70, whatever. Da 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 da,
Hmm.
and and relax on the way to the hotel. There were no limos out there, so we went and got a taxi. No problem. Copped in the taxi. Guy took us
Hmm.
there. No
Hmm.
problem at all.
You
The
don't
rest of
do
the time,
Uber or anything like that? You don't use
well,
Uber or Lyft?
the rest of the time we were
Hmm.
Ubering.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was just that time. It was easier just to walk out in the taxi line and get a taxi and go. So,
Hmm.
um, But this time around it was kind of strange. Waiting for getting the Uber and stuff like that. I never had any like major waits where it was like, or where the guy went to the
Interesting.
wrong place or anything like that.
Really?
Everything seemed to flow, flow pretty smooth. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I was looking at your crowds. I know you said earlier that the crowds are back, but I was looking at the people. I don't think you guys were really back to full attendance of SHOT Show. I've seen
I
SHOT
don't
Show
know.
with bigger numbers than what I saw there. So there were people, but it seemed to me like you guys were like maybe 60-70% and not 100% not packed. When you were walking around, you can actually get around, remember?
Well, we were walking around not on the first or the second day. Oh, wait a minute,
Hmm.
that was Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, that
Was
was
that
like a
Wednesday?
Wednesday. That was Wednesday.
But that was late in the day too. The show was almost over when we were walking around that day.
But
So
still, man, I've seen it busier than that. Listen, you're the best judge. You were actually there. Did SHOT Show publish official numbers? Can we
I
actually
I,
compare?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Because what you're saying about how you can get a cab and all that, I'm gonna tell you, I went through the same thing when Lola and I, at the end of last year, were in Vegas for SEMA show, and we could actually get cars. And I'm telling you, that means it wasn't as many people. Because when the last time you, myself, and Lola
Yeah,
were there, we were waiting
yeah,
for half an hour to get a
yeah.
Lyft or an Uber to go
And
anywhere. So,
a lot of the drivers didn't want to drive in near the convention center because of the
hmm
traffic. Yeah,
hmm
so no,
yeah,
it wasn't too bad. But that part wasn't bad. I've got a cold too. That's why I'm.
yeah. Oh, Lola's reminding me I don't have my. Let me put my light. Boom! Look at that handsome guy, man.
Look
Yeah.
at
Lola's
that, man.
reminding me my light is not on and everything.
Um,
So there we go. Yeah, go for it. Uh huh.
no, we went. One night we met up with a couple friends that we see at the shot show there, and we went to. He likes to go to like a Thai restaurant, but
Hmm.
the one he went to closed, so we went to basically a Chinese restaurant, and I mean a Chinese restaurant,
Hmm.
not American Chinese, but
Hmm.
this place is run.
Hmm.
Signs on the wall. In the area in Las Vegas is it's like I don't know if it's Chinatown or what it is, but
Hmm.
it's Asian city because everywhere
Hmm.
you look, there's a freaking Asian restaurant of some sort.
Okay, cool. All
But
right.
the driver, we got an Uber ride there, and she had a hell of a time. The Uber took her through this neighborhood, and we popped out in this road, and she couldn't get across, so she turned right, and then
Hmm.
she went through this intersection, went through a convenience store, got back on the road. It was like we made this big circle crossing roads trying to
Hmm.
get in the right direction. And
Hmm.
I'm like, oh man, I don't know if we're gonna make it, but
Was Tesla doing the Tesla loop at all for you guys or no?
I didn't see anything about that. No, because that's at the convention center, not at the Sands.
Oh, okay. By the way, shout out to Dan Hates You out there and DCG 44s. Dan Hates You says yesterday he got his yeet cannon in 10 millimeter. So bada boom, there you go.
Oh wow.
How is it? What do you think about it? Have you shot it yet? Let us know. Dan Hates You. I'll
I tell you, the
I'll
cannon
let
I
you
want
know.
to get in 10 millimeters is the FN 510.
Okay, you like that, huh?
That thing had like what got my impression. My impressed me was it had with the little extended mag about that far down the bottom. It had 22 rounds in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, holy guacamole!
Nice
This thing would.
capacity.
Yeah. So I asked this. I
Mm-hmm.
asked the FN guy. I said,
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a requirement for this? Was somebody asking for this? Blah, blah. No,
Mm-hmm.
we just did it. I'm like, holy cow, that's exceptionally bold on FN's part,
That
come
is. So they
just to
have a
come out.
different. Is it a different magazine?
Then,
Is it like the regular FN57 magazine? I'm
oh
assuming.
no, this thing is this is a manly gun. I mean, well, not
Oh,
that the
okay.
5.7. I mean, no, all
Mm-hmm.
metal frame and the whole nine
Mm-hmm.
yards. Yeah, so, but it's just
Mm-hmm.
impressive to have 22 rounds of 10 millimeter. It's like, holy fuck.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a ball. That's a baller's pistol there, man. You can pow pow pow
So
pow
you're gonna
pow.
get that. You're thinking about
A,
getting
cou-
that.
a couple mags, and you shot a whole box up, man. That's like 40, $50, man.
Yeah, you throwing diamonds.
Yeah,
It's like
baby, you
throwing
know it.
jewels down. Uh,
I gotta see how much if I what I can find one for.
yeah.
So
Also, you got to then you have to stack up on your 5.7 ammo.
no, this is 10 millimeter.
Oh, I'm sorry. What am I saying? 10 millimeter. You got a lot of 10 millimeter ammo?
No, I got 3 boxes, something
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I was missing that. Dan Hates You says, I dry fired it. He's talking about the High Point 10 millimeter. And he says, I dry fired it. It has a heavier trigger pull than the High Point 45. So there you go. Yeah. We're trying to get our hands on one. We'll see what happens with that.
Oh man, I ran into Dave at High Point numerous times.
Mm-hmm.
Numerous times, yeah.
Yeah. So how was your patch game? Let's talk about that. What was up with your patch game at the show, man? You got some patches to show off?
We got you know what, I don't. We got a pile though. We got a pile of patches. Plus our 2 new patches. People love those things too. So
yeah, do you have any next to you right there that you can show off for the folks?
I'm such a putz. I don't have them with me. So I got pictures, but
you're sleeping, Walt. You're sleeping on the.
I was at the shop this afternoon. I was watching. I like I said, I'm not running full. I've got a cold, and I kind of just feel like crap. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm nodding out in front of the computer. I'm like, oh, or I'm getting that feeling like, you know how you just don't something you need to do, but you just don't feel like doing it. It's like.
Do you think you're getting a little bit of the shot show crud, like a delayed shot show crud, or just tired?
No, it's a cold. I got runny nose and stuff like that. But at the shot show and immediately after the shot show, when we came back, I was fine. This didn't start to appear until last Saturday. I mean, what's today? Today is Friday.
Today's Friday. Yeah.
Beginning of this week, it didn't really start up. So I don't know. Got it someplace.
Yeah. Let me see something here. I gotta check the weather here. By the way, to all the sexy ladies in Germany, it's 49 degrees here where I'm at right now. 49 degrees.
Who's that lady? Who's that lady?
Yeah. Sexy lady.
Lady.
Okay.
I can't sing. My sinuses, I can't get my groove on. You know what I'm saying?
Can I show your truck getting sold? What is this? A LML?
Oh, yeah.
MNL?
No.
What is this thing?
Mark 48 LVS.
Oh, okay. Boom. Look.
Oh, baby. Away. Look at that thing. Look at that thing rolling away.
It looks pretty badass.
I never thought I'd see the day when that thing got out of my life, but it did.
So, did the guy buy the trailer thing too, or just the vehicle?
Well, everything you see on that truck he bought.
Oh, okay.
So that's the tractor part in the front and the trailer attached to it.
Yeah.
So he wants to turn it into some kind of RV thing. So
yeah. Do you miss it? Does it feel sad, like waving goodbye to that?
I mean, it's been around for a long time, and But you know what? I got cars parked in a spot already. So
yeah. You know what? I'll tell you, Walt. I'll share this with you. Because I know you're a car guy, just like me.
That's right.
A sad moment happened in my life when it comes to cars. I'll share this with you guys. I no longer... This is my R8 in the car dealership.
In the showroom.
Yeah, I sold it back to Audi. They bought it back from me. They did me good. But yeah, don't have my R8 anymore. It's back in the showroom. If anyone wants a famous Audi R8 that is tuned like a Huracan and has some things, some like improvements in it, yep. Mine is there, and I feel sad. When I went back there to the dealership. I think this was yesterday. I went back over there. I was like, oh my God, my baby. And then I went there today, and I have a whole bunch of pictures of it, by the way, in the showroom here. I can show you guys. So I've never seen my car look so good, man.
Oh yeah,
check
I'm sure.
That out. Look at that sexiness. They're not even. Yeah, they're not even making these things anymore. Audi R8s are not being produced by Audi anymore. Check this out. Look at that V10 engine in there.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah. So I went back over there, and the guy, the sales guy who I sold my car back to, and I got a different car from them. I could probably share that with you guys, but the sales guy is like, oh, we got to put like brand new tires on that car, and we got to change the brakes and everything. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, it's going to cost a chunk of money. I was like, oh, okay.
like,
Yeah.
like I told you earlier, they're going to put the chunk of money on it, and they're going to double the price and try to sell it.
They are selling that car for the same money that I bought it for a couple years ago. Same money. Yeah. So that car, they're selling it for the same money. But here's for anyone who cares, check that out, Walt. That's the new ride right there. Here's the old car back there in the background. Oh, okay. There's the new ride. I feel like an old man now, Walt. Do you think I'm an old man? I'm driving a 4-door.
You know what that looks like?
What does it look like?
Looks like a Panamera.
It does. So that is the Audi e-tron GT, which is built. It's the same thing under the shell as the Porsche Taycan, which is an electric. You could say it's an electric version of the Panamera, or that kind of stuff out there. So yeah,
4-door Carrera looking thing.
Yeah. It's a sports coupe, a sports sedan, or a coupe sedan, or whatever you want to call it.
You poor man. What did you get a back seat with it, or is it?
You're killing me.
I mean, you get a back seat. Come on, man.
There's actually seats back there. People can sit back there.
See, look, you don't even have to go to Vegas. I mean, you got seats.
You're killing me. First of all, you know this about me, Walt. I hate a 4-door car. You know this already, right? I personally don't think a 4-door car is a car, man. I think a car is 2 doors. And I don't mind something with 4 doors. It should be a SUV or like a van or whatever.
Truck. Man, a Benz.
Yeah, like even a Benz should have 2 doors to me. My favorite is you ever saw the 560? You ever saw that? The Mercedes 560? Yeah, 560 SEC. You remember that? Hammered out AMG. Let me see if I could pull that up and share that with the people. That is my I would love to have that car, but they are so expensive now. And then ridiculous for you to ever be able to
maintain.
Yeah, you will be in so much trouble trying to maintain this car. Look at that. Look at that, man. That is a car, Walt. You see that? That is what we call a car, my friend. Do you see this?
That's before AMG was part of Mercedes.
Mercedes, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, come on. AMGs? Yeah, 560 SEC driving down the block.
Yep.
Check that out. I mean, that's a car.
A car.
That's a car. So anyway, yeah, I got an electric car.
Another one.
Yeah.
So now you're two electric car family.
Yeah, Lola and I Lola has a Tesla Model Y, and I have that e-tron GT. And then, of course, if I'm going long distance, I have the van. I'll tell you something. The Teslas are better because they have a better charging network. The charging network for every other car is pretty much a place called Electrify America, and it sucks dirty, hairy, stinky donkey balls.
Oh, dear. Camel nuts.
Yeah, my sales guy told. Now I charge at home, right? So you can get. I think if you fully charge it, you can get like 240 something, 250 something miles on a charge. But typically you want to charge at 80%, which is about 190 miles. So that's good enough for me. I could go up and down, on that. I went up and down today. I had it charged at that, and I went into Gainesville, came back and got my son, and then took him to work because his car pretty much got smashed up and it's in the shop getting fixed. So he, someone's got to chauffeur him to work now because I'm not letting him drive any car that belongs to me or Lola. Yeah, I don't think I would even let him drive his brother's car at this point.
Not good for the insurance if something happens. Yeah.
Oh, no. Our insurance is going to be going up. But I still had 100 miles by the time I came back home. Of charge on there, but the sales guy told me yesterday, because the one place in Gainesville you could charge is Target, and there's supposed to be stations there. I went there. There's 6 stations, none working.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. So
I say you better get yourself.
Problem. This is the problem.
You better get yourself a little generator to put in that back seat.
Yeah, this is this is why Tesla is going to beat all the other car companies when it comes to electric cars, man.
Well, there is something to say
Mm-hmm.
for that. That's.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at a vehicle that is going to maybe have a sketchy network to begin with too. That
Mm-hmm.
Ineos, but
Mm-hmm.
at least that's gasoline. I don't have to look for a plug.
Yeah, that's gas powered. Yeah, yeah. The
Yeah,
only
yeah.
good thing is like electricity's cheaper, so I'm going to spend less money. And they gave me 3 years unlimited charging at the Electrify America network, except it doesn't work. So that's a scam, in my personal opinion. But I did hear that Tesla is going to open up their network to everyone else. So you pay Tesla, you get a device you could put on your car, and you can actually go to the Tesla charging stations and do it. But all the Tesla people, including Lola, was like, "No, that's not even right."
That's not right. You can't come into our place. Not at all. Go away.
But guess what, man? Tesla gets to make the money. If they make the better system, they get to get the money from everyone and put everyone out of business.
Well,
it
don't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, so that's my thing there. Gotta deal with this.
I've still got my old Suburban. I haven't got one yet.
Right. The Ineos is coming. I think aren't they going to make an electric version of that Ineos at some point?
They're supposed to be. What they want to do is hydrogen, like a fuel cell.
Hydrogen, yeah.
Fuel cell. That's what he's thinking is more better. So I don't know.
I've only seen one hydrogen charging station in all of Florida. Now I
know
America,
there's
more. In Florida, the only one I've seen is right across from where Sam Andrews' shop is. I don't know if you've seen one in Safety Harbor or Clearwater.
There ain't no fucking hydrogen.
So how you gonna get hydrogen?
I like I said, I'm an old fossil, so I'm saying fossil.
You're not doing hydrogen. Yeah, you're not doing hydrogen.
No. I would do Tesla. If I was going to buy an electric car, I'd buy a Tesla.
Yeah, that would be the best way to go. Now, I am going to get, when the Cybertruck comes out, I'm getting the Cybertruck.
You've been given permission, I hear.
Yes, because Lola called dibs on this car because it's nice. It's a nice car. So, but she wants to have a Tesla in the family. So if we get a Cybertruck, then that's a Tesla. And then she wants to go to some. The drawback of Teslas is they're not as sexy looking and they're not as luxurious and all that as like some of these other companies are making electric cars, especially the German. I feel the way about German cars that like people feel about like Russian AKs and stuff like that, or German guns for that matter, right? Those are the sexy guns, man.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. I know it's made by supposedly, all those car companies were down with the Nazis back in the, BMW, Audi.
So was Ford too.
Yeah, exactly. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point. Boom! High Point. There you go. You know what? I think when the last time Dave was on, he was talking about how people want like was it a High Point shotgun he was saying? Something like that. Do you remember? Didn't he say something?
Hear that.
Oh, okay. He said people want that, but they probably won't do that. What's up?
No. Speaking of shotguns, KSG 410.
Oh, that was sweet.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cute. 410s are cute. Sorry, 410s are cute. Yeah. But it's just so dainty.
Yeah. 410s are also very useful. Think about it. I mean, it's a practical. You could get a lot of game with a 410, right?
Sure you can. Yeah. But I mean, you can hold 11 rounds in that sucker. 11 rounds of is that 3-inch or 2 3/4? I can't remember. But anyways, it's a lot of 410 rounds.
So how effective? Because I think we were talking about it on the SHOT Show live episode. Is a 410 slug really effective? But do they have a lot of 410 slugs out there?
That's like a 45 caliber Projo, or close to that.
Okay.
Close to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. I want one. I want one of those. I'm all over that.
It's just neat. I picked it up and I went, this is 410. It was like, twing, rainbows and unicorns popped up. I'm like, oh, cool. I got to get me one of those. Yeah. So, what happened?
Hold on. No, I muted myself. We all had the same reaction, Walt, and this is what I love about Kel-Tec. I know they don't love me so much, but what I love about Kel-Tec, they make the cool guns, man. They make the cool stuff.
Well, that's one thing about, going to SHOT Show is usually you see the new stuff at SHOT Show. You're not going to see the new stuff necessarily at some of the other smaller shows.
This is true. Yeah, this is true.
And you're not going to see the foreign new stuff too, which, for those who don't know, there was a company there that had and I didn't take a damn picture of it. I'm so fucking stupid. There was a company there that had basically a CZ Scorpion, but instead of being made out of plastic, aluminum.
Yeah, I don't think you didn't show that either when we were doing the run through. Well,
that was downstairs. Me and Rich didn't get downstairs. So.
Oh, okay. You guys didn't get downstairs. I like those. I like the Walther. I know Walther is a sponsor, of course, but those Walther guns are so beautiful.
We went over in the Walther booth. The signal just went away. Boom.
Yeah, right in that corner.
Yeah.
There was a jammer right there.
There was pretty guns, man. Like $30,000 guns in that Walther booth.
Yeah, they were nice. They were nice. I would not turn down any of those guns.
No.
I would rather win those guns than a Gundy.
Well, yeah.
Those are some really beautiful guns.
Yeah.
That they're making over there at Walther. So let me show off my Gorn here for a second. This is my Mossberg 500. I've had this for a long time. This is one of the first guns I ever bought. I say it's a little bit tacticalized. I got a light on there. I wonder if my light works. I probably light don't work. I got to charge that light. Probably a couple of batteries need to go in there. But I got a light on there. This is Remember Biden got into a whole thing. He was like, all you need is a shotgun. You don't even need to use it. So shotguns in the gun world kind of got like to people a bad rep. But you know what? Yeah, shotguns are good, man.
Shotguns get the job done, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're like if your wife happens to be the Speaker of the House or something and dudes want to smash their way into your house, shotgun could help you.
and that shotgun is probably legal in all 50 states. So,
I'd like to ask people that, like, where does California and all these states come down on shotguns? Can you have... I know, like, Connecticut made ARs pretty much illegal unless they are, like, older ones, but in Connecticut you can get shotguns.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where... Remember Connecticut Shotgun or what is that company called? STD? Standard Manufacturing? They make the... Yeah, what is it? What is that gun called? Not the Keg 12. That's Kel-Tec.
No, Keg 12.
No, you're the Keg 12.
KSG.
The KSG is Kel-Tec. What is the standard manufacturing one? Someone will tell us out there. They should do a 410. Did you get to check out standard manufacturing at the show? I saw they had some kind of crazy.
I went by there and they had this little. I went by there and they had this little Thompson looking. They have a 22 that looks like a Thompson kind of.
Oh, okay. Did you take pictures of that?
Yeah, I did actually. That's what I'm flipping through here for.
I'd like to see. Okay, so I think Dan Hates You. Dan Hates You sent me some pictures of his. Oh, here we go. Hold on, let me put it up. Yeah, what is that?
See before it flips. I don't know. It looked like a pistol almost. And they had a drum magazine also, which I took a picture of too.
So that is a 22? Let's take a look at that.
That's a 22, yeah.
Yeah, it looks good right there. Interesting. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's like a Thompson in that you can have the stick mag or the drum mag.
Right.
Huh. Is
Pistol
it a
grip. Yeah,
pistol? Is it considered a pistol? It
I
looked
didn't.
like.
The guy, the person standing, he was
Mhm.
talking to somebody else,
Mhm.
and I didn't get a chance to ask what it was,
Okay.
where it fell,
Mhm.
but it just caught my eye because it was different looking. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. I think they make some cool stuff. Standard manufacturing. If you wind up
yeah,
getting one, we'll test it. They don't want to send us stuff unless we promise to give them an awesome review, which we don't do. So I don't know.
is that is that
Yeah.
a is that a review really? I mean,
Yeah. I mean, no. So
yeah,
I think we've been pretty fair to them when we've done things in the past, but the last time I asked them, that was the reply I got, like, "Oh, you got to promise us a great review," and I was like, "Oh well, that's not happening."
that's not a
So
review. I mean,
I can't promise that. Yeah, I can't. I definitely can't promise that to people. So here we go. Here's the pictures. I can't really blow this up, but let me see. I don't know if this will make it any bigger. So there you go. There is the 10 millimeter high point out in the wild. It's out there for anyone who wants to know.
yeah, that's cool.
The
Yeah,
JXP. Here's another picture right there. The JXP is out in the wild.
I went by the booth a couple times for High Point and touched that and touched the Yeet Cannon uh,
Mm-hmm.
pre-production stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
How was that? Is it getting better? Feeling better?
uh,
Looking
yeah,
better?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Mm-hmm.
the look of it has changed much. I think
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're working out the internals. I guess,
Mm-hmm.
but um, yeah,
Yeah.
it'll happen.
What guns you got there since we're in Gorn? What guns you got over there? You want to show off some?
Oh man.
Was that a knife I just saw you had over there? I saw you had something you were messing around with.
Oh, this is a bayonet here actually.
Oh, okay.
This are over. I went over to this after. This is a Turkish made version of it's an M1 Garand bayonet. I went
Mm-hmm.
over to Midway USA looking at military surplus stuff, and they had one of these, an American one. And you know how when you look at an ad, if it'll say like 33% off of blah 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 blah. I'm looking at that, and all I saw was that 33 or that 35, and
Uh-huh.
I thought that's what it was, the
Okay.
cost. So I
Mm-hmm.
added it to the cart, and then I look at the cart and it says $114, and I'm like, oh no, not not for an M1 Garand bayonet that's not like old school M1 Garand. This
Mm-hmm.
is this is your old
Yeah.
school M1 Garand bayonet, which
Okay.
this is
Yeah,
a
that's
parade
nice.
bayonet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By the way, Lola says it's DP12 we were looking for from the stand
yes,
manufacturer.
yeah.
The DP12. It's a good gun. I have one. Um, you know, DCG44 says for the price, who would not buy that 10 millimeter high point, especially if you have the carbine? Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
You can't. Listen. So High Point right now, as you guys can see, High Point sponsors the show, right? And I would say though that High Point is you're not losing your money with a High Point. They'll cover
Well, I
that
mean,
forever. You can
yeah,
you can break it, lose parts and all that. They got you. So there you go.
yeah. I'm
Walt's got one right there.
45.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, it's like okay, it is what it is. All right,
Mm-hmm.
come on.
It's
I'm
not
not looking.
super attractive, but
I bought it because I didn't have one. I wanted to
yeah,
try it. I never really shot one before I got this, and this
yeah.
thing has not worked for me, no matter what I've put through it ammo wise.
Yeah. So now let me ask you this, Walt. I don't want to get you in trouble with the wife. I'm trying to be really nice to my wife, but I'm going to ask you this question. But
Okay.
I'm giving the caveat here that we could both get in trouble. Now, do you remember in your younger days, when you were a younger man, free and wild, did you ever have like one of those girlfriends that was, not the most attractive thing in the world, but damn, that body was banging? And it did like what it was, it did what it was supposed to do, but you might have to put like a paper bag on it. This is this is
I,
the High Point falls into this category. It
I,
does what it needs to do, but
I
it's
mean,
not attractive.
I knew some girls that, like I said, they weren't the best, but they were they were crazy about me, that
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
thing. So, I mean, there is something to be said for being crazy about because they're rock and roll hoochie coo if they want to.
Yeah.
But I mean,
my dad
it's
always
like,
say love. My dad always said like someone who loves you.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but that's not who I ended up with. So
no, of course not. Of course not, Walt. Neither of us. I'm just saying.
Yeah. That's,
in our younger days, hey, we had to have those standards. You know what I'm saying?
I was kind of for a while kind of a whore dog, but
who wants to handle their own business, man? If you have to, I get it. I'll give special compensation. If you got to handle your own business, it's fine. But why waste it?
If you get on a roll, you just got to roll with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's enough. We probably I don't want Lola to start texting me here.
Yeah, but no, that's all. That's in the past. I had my wild.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that's important because I had a friend who got married relatively soon out of high school, and I think he's on number 1, 2, 3 or 4th wife. So
holy moly! At what point do you stop getting married? How many wives do you need to have in your life before you go, you know what? I might not be the marrying type. I say 1.
So, the first one, he stuck his dick in somebody else. The second one cheated on him. So he said, "Oh, I know how it feels now." That's what he said.
Right, fair play.
Yeah. And now I guess this one here, they get along pretty well and everything. So
okay, so he figured it out finally.
I hope so.
Is this someone I know?
No, you don't know.
Oh, okay.
This is a childhood.
Okay.
Childhood friend, yeah.
Yeah, I got lucky. The first chick that I met, and not the first chick I ever met, but Lola was my for me the like that love at first sight kind of thing. So I always saw chicks and I thought, oh, this is a really cute chick or whatever. But Lola, when I met her, I knew that was going to be my wife. I knew it.
Yeah. And
Lola just could not stand me. I was just too obnoxious. I was too obnoxious for her. People think people, that people think why is this chick even dealing with this dude?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
But so yeah, man, I got lucky. I think you got lucky too.
Well, I met Peggy after I was ending something with somebody else, and it was like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah,
just say that. So
yeah. I will say this openly. And Armin Axis says, I got married right after high school. It lasted 13 years. Once was enough. I've been with Lola since 1996. So that's a ways back, right?
Yeah.
So I could tell you, man, I got lucky. I definitely do not deserve my wife. She is too awesome for me. I'm not saying that because I'm trying to get anything. As you know, Lola spoils me rotten. But
I'm gonna get a gun that bayonet goes on.
Okay, cool. Yeah, get it. Bring it up.
Here.
Jen Champ Jr. says Hank definitely married up. Yes. Although with Lola, she's so short, I gotta look down all the time. But yes, I agree with you. I like the ladies short. You know what I'm saying?
Oh well. So, I'll just say this. I just like the ladies. Right. So what we got here is my CMP AM1 Garand that I purchased recently. The last one that I bought. This thing came just like you see it, except I reparked the butt pad. That was it was kind of rough when it came in, but
it looks like it's in relatively good shape. I don't know what you.
Yeah, think. It's not bad. It's considered rack grade. So it's the stock's not perfect and things are mismatched, but I like it. I like it with a little bit of patina, because it gives it some character. But that bayonet I had, that Turkish bayonet, goes just like that.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, not bad. I need to get a sheath for this because I don't like have bayonets sitting around with no sheath on it. But yeah.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this question, because just popped in my head, and we've probably, I don't know, if I might have asked you this before, but when, you're so into bayonets, man, when are you going to make, when are we going to get a Safety Harbor Firearms bayonet? Seriously, serious question here, man.
For what?
I don't know. What can we put a bayonet on?
Can we get a bayonet on a keg? On a keg? Can we get a bayonet on a on a 50 SHF 50? I don't know.
I mean,
AK
anything.
bayonet? What kind of?
Well,
Come on, what kind of bayonet?
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I have enough to do as it is, doing what I'm doing, and it's
But
not
you're a
getting
bayonet
done.
aficionado. I think you would be the dude to make a bayonet, a special limited edition bayonet.
Limited edition, yes. Just
Right.
yes, yes.
Only for the specials. Only for the specials.
Yes. Very, very limited. Yes. Very pricey. Yes.
No, maybe not that. The people out there, let us know if you would be interested in a Safety Harbor Firearms bayonet.
Special edition. Yes.
Special edition. It's like some companies, like, what is that company? What is it? There's this company, it's like a one name, they have like a red logo. And all these kids have to have their stuff whenever they put out. They put their name on bricks and all kinds of things.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
And then everyone has to have it. So, what other stuff, man? So when you were out at SHOT Show, was there much talk of gun politics and the ATF and all that?
Well, yeah, ATF is. I mean, because they were getting ready to drop the brace thing. Then that was getting ready to come out. So yeah, people asking me, well, what do you think? What's going to happen? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, I don't know. All I know is I have a feeling it'll get all overturned eventually. But how long it takes for that to happen is a whole nother story. So,
yeah,
and I'm not gonna. So, I wouldn't be in any hurry to register your thing. I mean, if you're gonna do it, I'd probably wait till the end because you're not gonna get it back any faster. So, probably not.
Right.
So, but that's just my feeling on it.
There's a couple of things I feel on that. I agree with you. I don't think that people should play along with their thing. I would say, first of all, we've been telling you guys about this for years, It's been years now that we've been talking about it. Dealing with this thing with YouTube that's happening, Lola and I are actually, we're making there's a bunch of videos that are going to disappear. We're trying to just take stuff off of YouTube/Hank Strange before YouTube hits us for it, and then we completely lose the channel. And I came to realize that years ago we were talking about this and saying it was going to happen, and we're here now.
Oh yeah.
So, go ahead.
Well, like I was kind of saying to you before, we only hear about the people that we know of. It's probably happening to literally thousands or hundreds of people that have gun content on their things where they're getting hits, and it's just a process. You get a couple spankings, spank, and then gone.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Patrick is one of those people, which is unfortunate, but yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it seems they go through this procedural thing where they go, well, no, bad, you're gone.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, I would say, and I've said it before, here's what you do if you have that. Take it off of your gun completely. Take everything off of that gun and revert it back to what it was. It will be a pistol at that point, right? And you don't need to do anything with it. Now, you might be mad because you spent money on that thing. Well, hey, this is the way it goes. Take that thing, put it back in the box. If you can't have the box, just get any kind of box, put them all in a box, put the box in a plastic bag, dig a hole, put the box in the bag in the hole, bury it, put a bunch of stuff on there, burn that stuff down, put something on there, blow it up, leave it down there, wait for a couple of years until this all blows over, and then dig it back up.
Yeah, like your bump stop.
Yeah. That's what you can do. People are fighting it in the meanwhile, GOA and other folks out there are fighting it, but this is what we got to do. We're taking a break. We're going to come right back. Hold on a sec. We'll be right back.
With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist.
Boom, there you go. We're back here. Go ahead, Walt. You were going to say something about the whole brace situation?
Yeah, I mean, people ask me, well, what, and it's like, if you're worried, are they going to come and get? Are they going to come get it? Come get it? There's millions of these things out there. They don't know who has what. Just because it says pistol, that doesn't mean that that it's a pistol with a brace. Because there's pistols without braces. Now a lot of them do have braces, but they're not coming to get your stuff. They don't have the means to come and get your stuff.
Yeah, at this point, I feel like they're not. Is that an impossibility sometime down the road? I don't know. But at this point, I feel no.
If they come for that, they're coming for everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, what I think about this is we obviously have to fight back against these things, right? You know, we have to push back against it. We need to vote. We need to make sure the people who represent us, care about this and bring these things up in Congress. If they don't, we don't need to support them. There's no point in that. But we're here, we're here with this, and it is what it is. But what you do need to be careful of is, like I'm saying, remove those things from the guns. If you don't know this, I get it. But there's going to be people out there who are not aware of this, even though we're screaming it from the mountaintops, and they are going to get into some kind of trouble, and the cops are going to use this to add it as an extra crime, like, oh, you have an illegal SBR, that's a felony, you now lose rights to your children and your job and every other thing. And this is what we need to be aware of, and this is why we need to put pressure on the politicians, because the ATF has no right to do that to Americans.
And don't go out making videos with you shooting your guns with those braces on anymore. Don't go on the internet and say how badass you are and you're not turning your stuff in. Because guess what they'll do if they see that? They'll make you the first one they go knocking on the door for.
Yeah.
So don't do that stuff. You don't have to be Mr. Bold and I'm beat your chest and that's all. Just put your stuff away and lay low.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Right, I agree with that. So we got some comments here. Oh, first of all, Lola was saying Supreme. That's the thing that I was looking for. Supreme. I don't know if you've ever heard of Supreme, but it is a clothing. They're really like a clothing brand for skaters and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And they make all kinds of different things. Here, I can show you guys. But they put Supreme on everything. So here's a Supreme Oreo, for example. Or they'll just it's just a red box with white lettering that says Supreme, and they'll put it on a brick. They put it on for New York Subway, the Subway card, so they put it on everything, and they just make a lot of money from it. So I think you can do that same thing, Walt. Not necessarily make the same thing. So Jen Champ Jr. says, I bet they still strike you, even the remove stuff. Yes, that is a possibility. And I could just show you guys now. We did get another video deleted. That happened today. And let me see. I'll pull it up here. Here it goes. I'll show you guys. This is High Point Carbine Bros. So that video says, our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately we think it violates our firearms policy. We've removed the following content from YouTube. High Point Carbine Bros. So far as I know, I'm still in the first strike, but it seems like every day they're going to hit me. I cannot post to YouTube /Hank Strange. So, if you guys are looking for that content, you're going to find it on Utreon. And I don't know what's going to happen here. We're trying to do everything to mitigate what's happening, because I would prefer to stay on YouTube and then just use YouTube, as we've all talked about before, as a way to funnel people from there over to Utreon. If we can do that. I don't know what's going to happen with it. It's in the hands of the YouTube gods and the powers that be at this point. So,
it made me think of YouTube gods, and then people always talking about the what is it, the software that does all this stuff.
The algorithm.
The algorithm. For all you folks that love this concept of artificial intelligence, hint, hint. That's what you're going to get with artificial intelligence. You're going to get censorship with artificial intelligence.
Yes, I would agree with you, but I think also there's people behind pushing the buttons saying go after this specific thing.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah, it seems like everything they're hitting us for is putting a suppressor on something, and I don't know why that's a crime. I mean, we here in America, in order to have these suppressors, have to go through special NFA paperwork, which I'm a FFL and a SOT and all that, but
Yeah, but you shouldn't have that suppressor. That's just not, the criminals use suppressors.
Weapon of war. Meanwhile, we're sending tanks to the Ukraine. How about that?
Well,
how do you like them apples?
Weapons of war. I mean, well, you'll get me started, because then I'll go into that Russian guy that they call the something of death or whatever, and the U.S. is just as bad as any Russian guys. So sorry. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like Manuel Noriega. He pissed off the Bushes, and where did Manuel end up in?
Dead.
Federal penitentiary.
He was in prison. He was in prison. Yeah, he was in prison until he died in there.
And invasion in his country. So somehow we put ourselves above all this stuff, and we're just as bad as the next bunch. So
yeah, I don't know what the Ukraine has to do with us here in America. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know, man. I think it's a dangerous thing that we're up to over there. We're spending a lot of money, and meanwhile, the eggs are killing us in America because of the blood clots.
Oh, don't get me started.
How about we spend that tank money and we save the chickens and find out what the hell's happening to the eggs and why the chickens want to kill us?
How about we stop messing around making COVID drugs?
Right. Yeah, this is all crazy.
Yeah. Well, and paying the drug companies over and over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah. DCG 44 they say you cannot even insert a mag now. Well, what does that mean? Then you cannot do anything.
Well, that's what Robsky was talking about. Can you put a magazine in a gun?
Yeah, so something outrageous is happening. What does that mean?
But at the same motion, here's certain YouTubers, like, I hate to say this, Forgotten Weapons. He touches, takes apart, shows how it works.
I think they're getting hit too. I know for sure. Brandon Herrera's gotten hit. Demo Ranch has gotten hit. Mr. Gunsy Bear's gotten hit. Yeah.
That's why Ian's went over to Utreon too, because he knows what's coming.
Right. Listen, this is a slippery slope, right? It's what we said when they went after the bump stocks, that we said, hey, they can make anything illegal if they could do this. So now they're going after the braces. If YouTube says, oh, you can't put a suppressor on a gun, you can't put a magazine in, then they'll go, oh, you know what? You did this? Oh, crime.
I'm scared.
Criminal.
I'm scared, Mommy. I'm scared.
You showed someone how to shuck it. How to rack a shotgun, you bastard.
Yeah. Hey, can I show you how to get grand thumb? Will they take it off if I do that?
Yeah, don't get it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
So they can do anything they want, and it's outrageous. We're not doing anything wrong. We're protected by the Second Amendment and freedom of speech. We're trying to help people. We're trying to educate people as well as entertain people. We do it safely, and they can do whatever they want to do. They can get away with whatever they want to. If they get away with that, we'll see what comes out of it. We'll see what happens. It sucks. I would say that to you, and it sucks. Like, it pisses me off that they deleted Babyface P's channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lola wants us to talk about the Pelosi video. I don't know what you guys want to talk about. Lola wants to talk about the Pelosi video. Did you get a chance to see it?
I haven't.
Probably
watched
not.
It. No.
Yeah, I'm not going to show it here, but let us know out there if you have seen it. It's pretty brutal, but it's really weird. I could just describe it to you that, well, first of all, there's surveillance video of the guy coming up, I guess in the backyard or something, with a bag or something like that, and he puts it down, some kind of big object, puts it down, he takes out a hammer and smashes his way into the back door. So I have to ask myself, this guy is the husband of at the time, Nancy Pelosi was the speaker, right, of the House. She's like third in line to become president. And her husband, these are very wealthy people. There's no security guards over there, nothing. This guy smashes his way into the house. Then the other video that they're showing us is the cops show up and they open the door and the two of them are holding onto a hammer. Two big guys, but one is a younger guy and Pelosi is an older guy. And the cops come and they're just talking to them like, oh, what's going on? And it looks like the Pelosi either lets go or the guy gets control of the hammer and just swings out and hits him. It's pretty brutal. And and then Pelosi looks like he's out. And then the cops like rush the guy and get him down on the ground. It looks like they're tasing him.
Normally, the popo would, as soon as if you had to hammer back like this on somebody, they'd draw their guns.
No, I don't think that. I mean, now this is San Francisco, right? I mean,
I don't care where the fuck it is.
I know, I get it. I'm with you.
You try to do that in Pinellas County, you're going to get drowned down on. I guarantee you that. So
yeah,
because they don't know if the hammer's coming at them or where the hammer's going. So
yeah. But I think these cops, to me, did react slowly. Hey, you know, we're Monday night quarterbacking or whatever they call it. Monday morning quarterbacking? I don't know what that is. Yeah. So the thing is that you see that Pelosi has his hand on the hammer and the guy has his hand on the hammer. Now, I agree with this. If this guy genuinely had a hammer and you feel like you're in danger and you have your hand on it, he can't do anything with that hammer against you because you've got your hand on there. Now, he could have hit him or whatever, but it seems like when the door opens, the two of them are just there holding the hammer. Now, the cops see all this and don't immediately rush in or anything like that until the guy cocks back and hits Pelosi in the head, and then they rush him. So bad security choices here, I think, being made. And I would have to say that, you know, one of these, a handgun, an AR or two would definitely have solved that situation.
Even one of these could make the situation end a lot faster.
Yeah. So,
but my question is, somebody like them, the Pelosi's, you'd think they would have a security system that's on when they're in the house.
I agree. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm sure
as soon as he starts breaking that.
Yeah.
As soon as he starts breaking that glass, the alarm's going. Now, maybe it did. I don't know. I don't know.
Right. How come they don't have people? Why isn't there a person over there? Where's I guess they don't get Secret Service.
Well, wait a
minute.
No. Wait a minute. Maybe if there's monkey business going on, you don't want people seeing what your monkey's doing to somebody else's monkey.
This is true.
I mean, go have some breakfast, and I'm gonna, get some monkey.
But you know what I believe? I agree with you, Walt. I think that you're very right. I think that's perhaps why none of that happened. But what I would say to America, you have to be able to defend yourself, right? And it's a thing I've always told people. I personally want peace. I want my life to be peaceful and happy. But there's that saying, "Si vis pacem para bellum." If you seek peace, prepare for war. Be ready to defend yourself. Also, there's something I always tell people. You do not have something if you cannot defend it. So that's everything. If you think you've got your home, you don't have it if you can't defend it. You think you have your wife, your children, your family, your friends, you don't have them if you can't defend them. You think you have your personal property, you don't have it if you can't defend it. You think you have your health or even your life, you do not have it if you can't defend it. Somebody comes in your home, you need to defend yourself. You're out in the world and someone does something stupid, you need the ability to defend yourself. This is incredibly important for a human being. So why are we living in a world where places like California are taking away people's rights to defend themselves, and it has no positive effect? Right? Look at the what they call the mass shooting, the mass murders that are happening over there, and they have the most arcade, I don't know what we want to, the worst gun laws are in California. What's it doing? What's it stopping? Try that nonsense at someone's house here in Florida.
Yeah. Try that nonsense out in public a lot of places in Florida.
Yeah.
See what happens.
So, come on, man. I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but if you're someone who's listening to this and you're wondering, wouldn't you like in the middle of the night someone smashes into your home with a hammer and now you got to wait for the cops to just come and watch you get smacked upside the head? Wouldn't you like to be able to defend yourself? Was
that in the daytime or at night?
I think it was at night. Someone can tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay. I haven't
Jen Champ Jr. says stay strapped or get clapped. Or hammered in this case.
Yeah, clamped. A claw hammer. Was it a claw hammer or a ball peen?
I don't know. I don't know. That's probably all going to come out.
Was it black or was it natural wood?
It's not cool. If you look at it, Walt, it's not cool to watch this guy get hit with that hammer.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But, once again, here you got the Speaker of the House's husband. They know who lives in that house.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me they don't live in that house.
But he knows he's in there. Defend yourself, damn it.
But yeah,
you're
it's
not
just
safe.
a weird. It's a whole strange situation.
Nobody's safe.
What was in that bag?
People crying for guns to be taken away from people. You're not safe either.
What was in that bag that he put down before he broke the door open?
I'm not sure. Maybe we'll find out at some point here. But this guy was probably a nutcase, and probably a liberal nutcase at that, right?
Well, really, they do that? They do that? Yeah.
Listen, what I see happening around the country, like how there's places in New York where they have these places that these people can be out in the open, even next to a school, shooting up drugs. We're just asking for this to happen over and over and over again. We're just asking for it.
Well,
yeah. So, and this is what you get.
That's
you ask for it, you get it.
When you say everything is good and who am I to judge and da 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 da, that's what you get.
Yeah, absolutely.
I at the SHOT Show, Kevin Dixie stopped by and I brought up that subject of who am I to judge thing, and I threw a couple things at him. He's like, "Well, you're right." Well, don't do that. Don't do that. I said, but you judge everything. You judge where you're going for lunch. You go for this. You judge here. You judge that. You judge everything. Don't. I mean, in a different sense. And he goes, "Why'd you do that? Now I have to think about this."
It's true. We are always judging. We're always
judging. You it's a constant. As soon as you get up in the morning, what am I having for breakfast? Where am I going? What socks am I putting? I mean, you'll think that's not big things, but you're constantly doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to go back and find that picture of you and Kevin Dixie because I think you sent it.
Oh, I did. I've got that. I know I got that. Yeah. Oh, here's the Barnauls booth at SHOT.
Oh, okay. Here, let's throw that up here while I'm looking. Yeah, that's not a booth. That's the lunch counter.
So they determined that it wasn't worth their time, I guess, to set up their whole booth, but they had like 15 people out walking through the show, including Roy Hill. So
that you ran into Roy, and then also they did do Media Day. Roy was out at Media Day.
Yeah, they did that too.
Yeah. By the way, here we go. We're talking about KD and Flying Rich and yourself. Yep. There you guys go.
Yep.
All looking good. Looking good. You guys made a reverse Oreo out of KD, I see.
That was it. We had it. Oh, stop it. But no, that was at the end of the show. He I guess he came by before and I missed him, and then right at the end, me and Rich came back from walking around and he was there and we had a nice conversation.
Yeah, Katie's cool, One of the things I miss about SHOT Show and these other things, like I don't go to the NRA thing either, because I just don't want to support those guys. But
they weren't at SHOT either. So
NRA,
and NRA used to. For those who don't know, NRA had a freaking huge ass
big thing over there. Yeah, it used to be a huge deal.
No more, no mas, no more.
Yeah, that's interesting. What do you think's going on there with that?
They're pulling back, and laying low. And they have their own party at NRA, so they don't really need to be at SHOT Show, I don't think so.
Yeah. Jen Champ Jr. says that gold earring KD has on. What? KD has a gold earring on?
I don't know. He had a gold chain on, I know that. I think.
No, that I'm looking at what it is.
What is that?
It's a gun tag right behind his ear.
Oh, yeah, it's a SHOT Show tag, yeah.
It looks like it. He's getting skinny.
Yeah, he's lost some weight. Yeah, see those tags on all the guns?
Yeah, he's starting to get his Al Roker on.
The people at SHOT Show come around and make sure you don't have any firing pins in your guns.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And this year we got lucky. Instead of having some big old guys come walking through, we had two, I would say females, women. And they were on the shorter side too, which they were joking about that, but they were fun to talk with and stuff, versus the guys that are all,
Yeah. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC.
Yeah, here we go. We're back. Yeah, you got that in right on the right.
I know how I did that. I wasn't watching either. That's like,
yeah. So just looking through the news here of what's going on, I'll just scroll through this. This case in Memphis, I think, is with Tyree Nichols. The video has been released. That whole thing's getting worse over there, and look like there's some stuff going on in Jerusalem. The court releases video of Paul Pelosi hammer attack. So there's a whole bunch of different things going on out there. That thing in Memphis is from what I hear, and I haven't looked into everything yet, so I've been trying to avoid even getting into it. But the cops involved in that are all black. I think about 5 black police officers basically beat that guy to death. So that's an interesting conversation to have to the people who think that, hey, this is always
it's the white police.
Yeah, not necessarily, not necessarily. But we don't know. We don't know what happened. We're finding out.
I know nothing about it. To be honest with you, I haven't seen anything about it. So
yeah. From what I hear, it's pretty brutal. But I think there is a problem here, right? I think there's a lot of good police officers out there in America. Okay, there are. But I think at the same time, we don't really vet police officers good enough. We don't train them well enough. We don't pay them well enough, the ones who are professional. And, it's the same situation that we're talking about guns. You could ban all the guns you want, and you're still going to have gun violence. And we can carry on all we want to about what's happening with these police officer-related things, something that should just be a regular stop. Or even if that person gets arrested. Yeah, hey, I get it if you get arrested, but you don't have to be killed if you get pulled over necessarily, right? We're not doing the right things about it.
Yeah, well, I don't know the details of all that, but
yeah,
you don't also need to break bad when you get stopped either. So
no, that's true. I think
so. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of things. I mean, we've seen situations where the cops, let's say the person in the situation didn't even do anything and the cops are just getting out of hand. And, I remember we were talking about the kid that was having a burger in his car outside of McDonald's, and the cop comes up because he had a situation with a similar car the night before, and he just opens the door on the kid who's like surprised and tries to drive away, and he launches, I don't know, a whole bunch of shots at this kid in the car with his girlfriend. I mean, why? We just have bad training. We're just not doing, a lot of these things become news, but no one looks at a problem and tries to solve it. And I think that's a big problem we have in America. Wow. People aren't trying to solve problems. They're just trying to get rich off of it or get at some power position. Yeah.
Exploit the problem or advance their whatever their agenda is, which it could be anything. So
do you want to talk about some fun stuff in this last half hour on a Friday, man? Should I go look at some Instagrams? Should we pull up the Instagrams?
Is it about
let's see. I just
saw stuff in general? Just things in general?
I'll pull up. Let's see. I'll pull up my Instagram right now. See what's going on in Instagram. This looks like the Yeti. This is something to do with Yeti. Looks like a bad. Look at that truck.
That looks like something. That looks like something in Australia or something. That's what it looks like. That's not. That's not an American truck.
Oh, okay. All right. Something from Barnauls. I don't see it right now, but immediately when okay.
Well, here's one for you.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can. This is what kind of gun is that in there?
Where?
Oh, that's an MP5K inside of a suitcase. The guy just fires it right out of the suitcase. What the hell?
Where did you see that?
This is a long video.
Mm-hmm.
Cigars and Guns is the name of the channel.
Oh, Cigars and Guns. Yeah.
All one word. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me look it up here. I'll share my screen with you guys. Okay, let's look it up.
Wait a minute. Go
I don't
back
know
to
what you're
those.
talking about. What?
Back to those guns. Oh yeah.
Okay, cigars and guns. Cigars and guns has been on the show, by the way. That's Adrian.
Right there. That
This
first one right there. Yeah. Watch this shit.
Oh, that's old school.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah, man.
He just went sideways with it. How did there's smoky in there?
Pop it open. Well, yeah, it's gonna be smoky in there. He should have had another mag.
He's got to do a reload. Yeah. Come on, you got to have. It's got to be belt fed in a situation like this. You know, if ever a situation called for belt fed, it would be that situation. You know, calling for belt fed. So, you know who always has crazy stuff? The New York Post. So I'm gonna search. Let me see. Hold on. I'll put this back for you guys for a second here. Put New York Post. Here's the Post. Boom. You always got to follow the Post for all kinds of craziness that the Post comes up with. Let's see what the Post. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. There was something I saw about cops here on New York Post. And I'm trying to see. Oh, here we go. Boom. Cop kicked off force for OnlyFans. Now makes $27K a month as filthy MILF.
Well, I guess,
Hey, I guess you know.
Oh, well,
Man, OnlyFans, man, ruining America, one person at a time.
And that goes to you were talking about earlier. She's not the best looking woman in the world, but she's making big bucks.
I mean,
you
know, and they say that the men have all the power and all the agency. I guess that's not true. Not so true.
Not when it comes to that vitamin P thing. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. What is this video? Here, there's a video of do you care about videos of supermodels not being able to walk in high heels?
That's always funny.
Yeah, here we go. Here's one.
I always love it with the chicks that are trying to be sexy and they put on high heels. They never have them on.
Yeah, she doesn't look like she can walk normally either. Did you see that? Hold on, I gotta make this play again. Hold on. She can't walk normally. Yeah, no matter what, this chick can't walk normal.
She tossed those shoes out in the crowd.
She takes the shoes off. Look, she still can't walk right.
She's liquored up. That's all it is. She was doing that on purpose.
That is funny. That is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, the New York Post Instagram is always good for some craziness.
It's always good, huh?
Yeah. So, always good for some craziness, the New York Post. Let me see. I'm going to go through and see what other... Oh, this is interesting, man. Check out this Pompano. I don't even know how I'm following these guys. What is this?
Pompano
Pawn. Look at these guns.
Oh, blingy.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, Instagram is always good for some stuff. Always good for some trouble. If you want to get into trouble. I haven't even had time to go on Instagram in a while. Yeah, Armament and Axis says she looks drunk, and Jen Champ Jr. says, "Where the Insta booty girls at, Hank?"
Yes.
I'm a gun guy, but I'm sorry. When I, it was a, I gotta see a booty every now and then, man, just to know, the world is all sane. Man, so guns are getting check this out. Look at these guns right here, man.
Is that like the Tin Man's gun or something? What is that?
Gucci'd out. I don't even know what guns we're looking at here. Let me see if I can say.
One of those is
the black. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Let me see. Let me go back here.
Those aren't FNs, are they?
I don't know. They could be. I have no idea, man. These are that's what's the thing with the A? It's got an A on it. I don't know what all these stupid expensive guns are, to be honest with you. Oh, speaking of ridiculously expensive guns, did you see any Cabot guns when you were at SHOT Show? Did you?
I know they were there, but I didn't go by their space. I pulled a U this time at the SHOT Show, and I was all over the place.
This one's for you, Walt. This one's for you.
That's a good-looking woman there, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Okay, that one was for you, Walt. Just to, because I know you weren't feeling good today.
Oh, well, bless your heart. You know,
So just...
you know what make me feel better. Like I said,
yeah, I'm trying to find Cabot Guns. Let's see. Because Cabot Guns always has some crazy guns, and I think they did at SHOT Show. Let's go. Let's check out their thing here. Let's see what we got. These are some grips getting made, I'm guessing. The nice wood grips.
oh, guess what I got now?
Getting made from, what?
Guess what I bought? I bought, because Chris bought 2 of them, I bought one of them from him, a CO2 laser.
Oh, CO2 laser? Okay.
So a CO2 laser, you can mark wood, leather, glass, all kinds of stuff.
Okay. There was some... Oh, here's the crazy gun. Look, did you see this gun that Cabot Guns had? It's something California. What is it called? Made from original suspended steel cables used to construct the famed Golden Gate Bridge, Cabot Guns is proud to announce limited editions, the California.
The California, which they probably can't even own in California.
Yeah. So what do you think about that? I don't know.
No,
I don't know what people think about that. I'm going to look it up and see if we can find some better pictures of the California not on Instagram.
I saw that before the show, actually.
Yeah, Cabot Guns, California. Cabot Guns, California. Let me see. Oh, here we go. So here's a better look at it right now. What do you think about that?
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's my thing, but it's interesting.
Yeah, it's a yeah. I like Cabot Gun stuff. I don't think I'll spend money on that.
All right, thank you for saying that. I'm telling you, come on, just say it.
I don't think I would spend money on that, my friend.
I think you'd probably like the over in the Walther booth, the one that looked like they have engraved by hand. It looks like alligator skin. That one's pretty cool. Yeah.
I don't know if I saw that one.
Yeah, Rich's our connection died right as we were getting ready to show you that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys were having a tough time in that corner. So now, just remember that gun that I just showed you.
Okay.
Let me see if I could find it here. Now, this I like better than that gun.
Oh, yeah.
But this reminds me of that gun, though.
That pattern works better for me, actually.
Yeah. So I would take this over that gun, but that's me, I mean, I know I'm supposed to be a gun guy and choose the gun in all options, but I think in this situation, I would go with the girl versus the gun. We should have a thing like that, girl versus gun. Which one would you take?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Armament and Axis says Cabot guns are for people with money to burn.
Yeah. It's like staccatos and those things like that, those brands, those high-end 45s and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's some Cabot guns I like. I would like to have a Cabot guns at some point in my life. I got money on it. Yeah.
While I was at the show, one of the guys that always stops by comes in from the Philippines. He likes guns, he likes this, he likes that, but he likes watches too. And he had the latest Rolex that's made out of titanium. The big thick one. I forget the model and all that stuff, but and then I had my Omega on when I was at my Apollo 11 Omega when I was there, and so we were talking watches a little bit, and he likes that one brand that's like super freaking expensive. I forget what it is, and I'm like, the one he likes, the one says like $110,000 for this watch. I'm like, no, not me, but.
$10,000 for the watch?
Oh, $110,000.
Oh, 110. Yeah, I was gonna say 10,000 for a Rolex is not too bad. Yeah.
My Rolex is worth probably more than that. So, yeah, I didn't pay that for it, but it's worth that now. But so yeah. So talking machine guns and watches and everything in between. So
yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, come to the Philippines. I'll show you around." It's like, I'd love to go to the Philippines.
Yeah, Philippines will be fun, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Be a good time.
Yeah, we should make it like a whole big party of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what would be cool? Have you ever seen the people who, like sometimes a band, like an old rock band from the 80s, they'll do a cruise and everyone can go on the cruise with them and hang out with
Yeah.
the band or
Yeah.
whatever. I wonder if we can, I don't have the time to organize that, but what if we go on a cruise, like the Who Moved My Freedom cruise to the Philippines?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh,
That might be fun.
uh,
You'd be
sure.
down. I don't know if I don't
Yeah.
think they'll let us have guns on the ship.
Yeah, and that's not no.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think we'll be up in the Philippines trying to get some 1911s made.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to land the ship in the Philippines full of guns either. That's not a good thing.
Right. Yeah, you're not gonna get away with that. So.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, I'd
Yeah.
love to go to the Philippines and see it.
Mm-hmm.
Where else? I was talking to from some guys from Turkey actually.
Mm-hmm.
They were telling me how affordable it is in Turkey. First thing to manufacture things, and secondly, like to stay. They were telling us that the the Hilton in Ankara is like $28 a night,
Mm-hmm.
and full on breakfast in the morning and the whole 9 yards too. And it's
For a
like
nice hotel in Turkey.
Ankara, Turkey, yeah, $28 a night, yeah, the Hilton. So
Okay. So you planning a trip out to Turkey now? Is this what's going on?
I don't know. You gotta see. I don't know.
So what kind of what would be the guns you? Because I know we get a lot of Turkish guns here now. They're not all necessarily the best, but what guns would you be interested in if you went to Turkey? What would be?
Well, a lot of them I couldn't bring back because you're not allowed to. But
Okay. Mm-hmm.
yeah, they make a. He showed me a video. They make a belt fed 223 upper for like an M16 over there too, kind of like the Shrike
Mm-hmm.
knockoff, I think maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Plus the Turks are making all the heavy, like M2 heavy machine guns, all that stuff. They're making,
Mm-hmm.
and it was explained to me, and it makes complete sense. Our illustrious leaders with their deep brain power put
Mm-hmm.
sanctions on all these companies and won't sell certain things to all these countries. And all these countries do is they start making stuff themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, like Turkey, they made their own jet fighter, they made their own drones, they make their own machine guns. You know, you
Okay.
don't want to deal with this these people over here that every 4 years everything usually flips upside down, or every 4 to 8 years everything is a complete state of disarray.
Yeah. So vis-a-vis politics.
Yeah, right. South
Mm-hmm.
Africans are a fine example of that. When they
Mm-hmm.
got put embargoes on them, they just said fuck it, and they started making their own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they make good stuff in South Africa too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm. Is there some
yeah.
kind of cool gun that comes out of South Africa, or they're just like making clones of everyone's stuff?
Well, they started. They made their own AK called the R4,
Mm-hmm.
which was basically like kind of like a Valmet.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, they've developed other things, including artillery and
Mm-hmm.
armored personnel carrier type vehicles and all kinds of
Mm-hmm.
things for fighting in Africa. So,
Okay.
um,
Yeah.
um, they had some help also from the Israelis and some other
Mm-hmm.
companies, other countries too.
Mm-hmm.
But but
Did you see any
yeah,
good bullpups at SHOT Show, man? That I haven't. Did you go to Rate 'em, for example? I like those guys.
yes, we did. They
Mm-hmm.
had their bullpup on display there, along with the regular full size rifles. Yeah, we went there. I didn't go by Springfield Armory and see the Hellion because you have a Hellion, and I figured eventually I'll get the.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna
I
shoot
did.
that hellion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even bother to go by there. I
Mm-hmm.
figured I'd see yours soon enough. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
um,
I don't know if they had anything new. You know, I don't
I think
follow
that's
Springfield Armory really. I'm not super fans of theirs.
no.
But of course, you got a bullpup, you get some attention.
Oh, yeah. We'll do that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I was at if there was one place I was at more than anything, it was at Springfield Palmetto State Armory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and I got to speak to our contact there right off the bat,
Mm-hmm.
and had a good conversation with him,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
but yeah, no, they had a lot of cool stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
We're gonna get the Palmetto State Armory guys on. Just get if you guys just give us a chance like to get some stuff organized. It's been a little crazy for me, man. I've really been scrambling.
these last few weeks here. It's been nuts trying to keep up with all the different things going on, like just even personal family stuff going on and all that. And then obviously there's SHOT Show, this show, news coming left, right, and center, all kinds of things happening. But I would like to get those guys on. They've come on in the past. We'll get them on here again. You know, maybe we'll get some other folks. We're gonna take a break here. We're gonna come back. Maybe we'll look. I'll pull up the firearms blog and we'll look through that and see what's going on there and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
Yeah.
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran owned and with over 20 years experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com.
All right, boom. We are back here. You know what? I just remembered, Lola's birthday's coming up. I wonder, so, Monday's gonna be Lola's birthday. Happy birthday to Lola. I wonder if we're having a show. I gotta find out. I gotta see if Lola feels like she's working. So I don't know if she feels like working and then working again. I'll find out. But we will have shows next week.
Okay.
I promise you that. I'm going to pull up the firearms blog here. We were talking about Springfield Armory. So we'll go through there. I don't know. I think you did look at some of their handguns when you were over there, Walt, right?
No, I didn't look at anything Springfield.
Oh, okay. You didn't go by there?
No, I almost went by there, and then I said, well, I'm going to go see Hank's thing, and when I get back, I don't need it.
Here's some stuff about PSA's AKs in American calibers, as they put it. AK in 6.5 and 300 blackout. Interesting.
I went by. There's an article in here in the Firearms blog about the PSA's new H&R retro rifle series. Mm-hmm. I went by over at DPMS and talked to PJ, or AKA the
Panther King.
Panther King, yes, Panther King, and yeah, they got a whole bunch of retro stuff they're working on. Yeah. So
yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, we need to get him on also. DCG44 says, breaking news, AFT reclassifies freedom as terrorism.
Yeah.
Check this out. Look at this. SHOT Show, Grand Power, 22LR, Strybog carbines, and more. Interesting.
Yeah, we went by the booth. I didn't delve deep into the Grand Power place because I just didn't, because anyways. But who else did I see there? I went over to the shot. One of the guys that company that brings in the shotguns. What is that?
PSA is doing some retro rifles too. Sorry.
Yes, they are. Yeah. It's on the H&R brand.
Yeah,
H&R brand. Yep.
Standard manufacturing. Oh, did you see that Barnauls has like a lever action, kind of like with an AR upper? Did you see that? I know Patrick and I were looking at it yesterday. Let me see if I can actually pull that up separately from Barnauls.
See what you can find. Yeah.
I will probably have to dig a little bit deeper, and let's see if it's on the website. I'm going to assume all this stuff would be on the website by now. I forgot what that was called. If someone remember what that was called, I'm not seeing it on the website either. Damn it. Let's see. Bond Arms lever action. Let's see. Lever action AR-15, I think. Okay, here we go. Boom. All right, so here, I'll put it up on the screen for you guys to see. Here we go. This is at Bond Arms. So check that out.
Okay, well, that's not the same one as the...
So it's an AR upper and like a lever action lower with an AR magazine. Interesting.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So here's another picture of it. This is probably from SHOT Show. You know, we've had Bond Arms on the show before. We need to see if we can get them to come on again. What do you think, Walt? Interesting, not interesting, cool, gimmicky, for $1,500.
Too much. Sorry.
They got SHOT Show 2023 Best Firearm from Recall Magazine for that.
I got the handle of the Rock Island Armory, their 5.0, the one that kind of blocky square looking thing. Got to touch it. Not too bad.
Yeah. So someone says, DCG says Tippmann has a 22 Gatling gun.
Yeah, I did see that. I guess I'm not sure. Is it? I saw the Tippmann booth, but I didn't get over to it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was
they had the 9mm that we've. Oh, hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. Boom.
Right. Okay.
$4,500. Interesting. Let's take a look at this here. Interesting. What do you think? So for the people that are listening on audio with a belt fed 22 looks weird.
Yeah, that's to me, this, what do you call it, like a boutique gun or whatever, or a you buy it and it's cool and you show it to your friends and
yeah. 22 is always fun to shoot now.
Ching 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 ching. Yeah, pop 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 pop. Yeah.
It's cheaper than 9mm for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
You know, Dan Hates You says get Victor Bout on the show. Walt, I'm gonna leave. That's up to you. That's your department. He's one of your people.
That's all right. That's all right.
Make it happen, Walt. Make it happen.
I don't think I have any influence over the Merchant of Death. So
yeah, DCG says you shot the 9mm Aries, Hank. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. And I believe doesn't Liberty Suppressors make a can for that?
Yes, they did.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here.
They got the AR-510. They got a picture of it. I mean, not the FN-510. FN-510.
The FN-510.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's got a picture of that? Let's
see. That's in the firearms blog, just further down the. Yeah. Further down the page or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also the POF USA Tombstone is a lever action.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hasn't that been out for a while?
No, that's new also.
That's new?
Yeah, that's new too. Huh. It's just kind of strange, all of a sudden there'll be like 3 or 4 different new lever action guns. It's how does
boom.
This, that's what I'm talking about right there.
That's your style, huh?
That's what I'm talking about, man. Oh, that's $1,100. That's MSRP. That's not too bad.
Yeah, you like that, huh?
Yeah. Look at that.
I got lots of cancel the cookies out there. Yeah.
22 plus 1, man. Rock and roll, baby.
Of 10mm, 10 MMs.
You gotta lay down some
put
cover
a can
fire
on it. Put a can on there. YouTube will hate you, but.
Oh dear. Yeah. Oh dear.
But you got all the millimeters in the world.
Oh yeah.
All the millimeters in the world to throw down range. I'm trying to see what was a crazy gun that was at SHOT Show. It's this, or we go back to the hotties on the Instagram.
We got 7 minutes of,
and then we get in trouble with Lola. What was there was another gun that you were talking about? Oh, the ST. Let me see, PSA STG 44, right?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that. Let's see who's got. Now that's not for sale yet, right?
No, not yet. Supposedly, I think he told me.
I see it on the. What is this on the website?
I think he.
Oh no, that's a 22. That's a 22.
Which I have one of those also, actually.
Right. Yeah.
But they told me, I think this, like towards the end of the year, December-ish for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Let me see. Someone did an article on it. Let me see whose article I could pull up here. on the STG. How when did they say they were going to have these?
I think he said towards the end of the year.
Okay, here, let's look at these guys. Free Range America. Here you go. PSA STG 44 Repro is first in Palmetto's new Battlefield gun line.
Yeah.
And here's some pictures. So check that out for you guys. It looks good.
Oh, no.
How'd it feel?
Oh, it feels just like a real one. And we know what a real one feels like because we've held one.
Right.
And so what I'm doing is I'm over here digging around in my 44 parts kit to show you what a real stock looks like. And real magazine. So
now it looks like they're going to be doing magazines too, right? Are they making magazines for that?
That magazine, is made out of plastic, and it's designed to accept the original caliber, 223, 5.56, and 300 blackout.
Okay, TFB has a video on this. Oh, excuse me, for anyone who wants to see that. But that's cool. So that was big news to you, right? That was big news.
Well, it's big news to me because I've had one on back order from Hill and Mac Gunworks since 2017. That's why it's big news to me. Yeah, so I want my real one, and then be nice if I could put this thing together as a post sample, but I'm missing a couple parts. So.
Oh, okay. Now, what is the reason that Hill and Mac couldn't get this gun done and out to the world? What do you think?
When I first came on board with that, they were finishing off. They were working out the magazine, getting the injection molding done, and all that stuff. And that was supposed to be the final thing, and then they were going to start shipping them. Well, they got that done, and then it got quiet. Well, what happened was they handed off the manufacturing to another company that said they could do it. And that other company didn't do it. And then they tried to get their parts back, and that other company didn't want to give them their parts back. So they had to go to a lawsuit was filed, had to go to court and all that stuff. That was settled, and they got their parts back, but maybe then they started, I don't know how PSA got involved. Maybe they were fishing for a company to do the assembly work. Maybe PSA approached them. I don't know. But all I know is PSA will get it done if they've done it. So I have all confidence in the world in those guys. So
I do too. I mean, we haven't seen the MP5 come out yet, but we've seen a lot of other. I think that's like the only one we really haven't seen actually happen from PSA.
And you know why? You know why? Because they were threatening the $1,000 one. Well, now there is stuff that's that price already on the market. So is there really a market? Are you going to have to drop the price even more?
Are we actually seeing a sub $1,000 for an MP5 out there right now, or it's maybe $1,500 is more like what we're seeing?
Black Friday specials, they were $8.99 at Palmetto State Armory.
Ooh, okay.
for the Century Arms Turkish made.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Did you tell me about this? I don't even remember that. Wow.
I was actually watching Crumps, and they were talking about it. I'm like, really? Where? Because I almost bought it. I was that close to buying another one, and I said, no, I kind of have enough at the moment. So
right. Yeah. If you're gonna get into there's some other guns that you probably need to get. Speaking of which, I'm looking at your website. Did you guys put any of the new stocks out?
MP5Ks are back in stock. Okay. Oh, also for anybody that's listening, I am. Let me double check this before I say this. I am 2 subscribers away on Dirtfoot Racing to hitting 1,000.
Oh yeah, listen. Okay, so we got to work on that right now.
So if any of you folks out there haven't subscribed to Dirtfoot Racing, go subscribe to Dirtfoot Racing. So I can get over that 1,000 hump. And
yeah, let's pull up the Dirtfoot Racing on here. And here you go, Dirtfoot Racing 998. Come on, people!
Come on, man!
Come on! We can get 2 more people right now. Let's make this happen before we even end the show. We got about 6 minutes before we end the show. I want to see this go from 998 to 1,000. Come on, people. We help a brother out. Help a brother out.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
subscribe to
yeah,
Dirtfoot
yeah.
Racing.
I mean,
Help
yeah.
Walter hit that 1,000, and then let us know when you do it. So we need to know who can go over to YouTube, open up YouTube on another page or on another computer or
Oh,
whatever, and go over to Dirtfoot. Are you at it? Are you there?
wait. No,
No,
that's on
no. Oh,
Facebook. That's
yeah,
Facebook.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, you know, we got to.
That's not. Is that where?
It's
No,
got
I'm
to
talking
be
about
official. We got to
YouTube.
get it
It's got
over.
to be on YouTube. YouTube.
Yeah, it's YouTube/Dirtfoot Racing. I'll throw the page up here, and you guys can feel, you can feel you're welcome to go do it after this. But it'll be nice if while we're on the air here, we can actually make it happen. We can get Walter, at a 1,000 over here on Dirtfoot Racing, and tell the people what kind of stuff you put up on Dirtfoot Racing, Walt.
Dirtfoot Racing is things with motors and related stuff. So mini bikes, sometimes military vehicle stuff.
There's ads running already on your video. See, I'm playing this video. There's an ad already running on it, but you don't even get none of that.
Yeah,
none of that for you, Walt. Nothing for you.
No money for you.
Soup. No soup for you.
No soup for
but
me.
But they're running ads on your videos. Isn't that crazy?
Well, that's one of my gripes with that. They won't. They'll demonetize you, and they still use you like a Trojan. So,
Yeah. Jan Champ Jr. says, "Tell your wife, tell your children, tell your mistress."
We got one more. 999. 999.
Yeah. So lots of cool stuff like this on Dirtfoot Racing for you guys to go over there, smash that thumbs up on there. But Dirtfoot Racing, man. Let's see if I can. Oh, you're 1,000 subscribers, Walt. 1,000 subscribers. I see it right there. Dirtfoot Racing. Boom. 1K.
Happy
right
dance.
There. Right
That's
there.
Happy dance. Yeehaw!
Yeah. There you go. Yeehaw! Armsmen subbed. Armin and Axel says he was already subbed, So, yeah, big shout out to everyone. Big thanks for that. You're official, Walt. You can make some money now.
Oh, big bucks. Big bucks.
Right. And you sold that big truck, so are we going to start seeing some Dirtfoot Racing, some more Dirtfoot Racing vehicles getting out?
Well, I've been threatening for a long time to build a Jeep.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
Like a flat fender Jeep, World War II type style Jeep. We'll see what happens. So.
Okay, cool. Cool.
I've still got quite a few unfinished projects I need to finish up.
Mm-hmm.
So
Jan Champ Jr. says 1,000 and ban. Laugh out loud. Walt's not going to do any gun stuff over there. He's just going to do
no gun stuff.
Vehicle stuff, basically. And sometimes you guys will see me over there doing stuff with Walt.
I got van stuff I got to do still. Got to get back working on the van.
Mm-hmm.
I went out the other night when the SLS rocket went up, and I put made video of that and put that on there. So, it's the things with engines, things that go, go fast, things like that. So,
so you're official. Congratulations, Walt. Now you need to get the requisite number of hours watched and all that, and maybe you'll be able to actually get some. You'll get some of this money that YouTube. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. They're already making money off you.
Oh yeah, they've been making money off me for a while. So yeah. Oh well, I don't. Like I said, it's just. It's just part of the whole.
Yeah,
that's one of the first milestones, I guess we'll say.
Yeah, you got the numbers. You got to keep putting the videos up. You got to put some cool projects. I think a good project, and I think you mentioned this before. How about some electric vehicles? What about an electric mule? You teased me with the electric.
I
mule.
I bought that mule, and I said, that'd be a cool project. Make it electric, Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, before I maybe tackle that, I got to finish a few other projects. I've got 2 dirt bikes that would get a lot of attention. Got that Chinese motorcycle, the sidecar one. I got to finish putting that together. Stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know something I would like to. Oh, someone talking? Yeah, I know something I would like to see you build one of, and I have some of the parts to help you out on this if you want to do it. You just have to come to my place and get these parts. Boom! I think you could build one of these, Walt.
That Miata front end you have over there?
Yeah, a reverse trike, Walt. I think you could do it. If anyone could do it, you can make it all electric. I don't care. I'm cool with that.
Oh.
You can make it diesel powered if you want. I don't care.
I do have a couple diesel engines sitting over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
DCG44 said he subbed you with both of his channels, so big thanks to him.
Oh, well, thank you very much there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone out there who is subscribing to Dirtfoot Racing. Walt is going to do some stuff with that, and, I think I appreciate everyone going there and...
Yeah. Well,
that subscribe button.
I've as you well know, sometimes creativity comes in. Sometimes you're
in
like,
spurts.
what am I gonna do? Yeah, and then all of a sudden, you're just like, you can't make enough videos. It's just I got to get back in that mode because I haven't been there for a while yet. But
yeah, we got to get you back in that mode, making some stuff. I can give you some assignments of things that I would like to be made.
I got to get that van. I got to get back on that van.
You do, man. We need to get. I do have a van video in the can that I need to edit and get up on the channel, but we need to follow up with the van, and you need to be taking that van out places. We're gonna take a break. We're coming right back.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com.
All right, here we go. We're back here. Before we start wrapping up the show, I just want to let you guys know, no matter what they do to me, I will always be a gun guy. Okay, they got to take me out of the game, kicking, scratching, and screaming. That's just the way that it is. But, we fight these things one day at a time, all of the crap that's happening out there. So... Gen Champ Jr. says, Walt Van Damme it now. Walt Van Damme it. Damn it. So there you go. Yeah, you got to get that. You got to get that van, some love. The van needs some love.
Yeah, I got to get back on that. I've been neglecting it.
Yeah.
Neglecting that project, so to speak.
And do you have I think you guys have a big military vehicle camp out coming up, right? Or did I already miss that?
There is one coming up in February back in Green Cove Springs.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to that.
Okay.
Just coming up the 21st of February is my B-29 flight.
Oh, right. Do you get in the special camera for that? Are you jumping out of this plane, or are you just going up in the plane?
I hope not.
Wasn't someone supposed to be jumping out of this plane?
No, not that one. No.
Oh, that's a thing that already happened. That someone jumped out the plane, right?
I guess. Nobody's jumping out of no plane on this thing.
Yeah. I like those big military vehicle shows if I can get up there. And I don't know. I think Lola did it one time, right?
With you?
With me. I know I came up and did it before, and I'm trying to remember if Lola... I think Lola did come one time to see a tank battle. Do you remember that?
I know last time at Green Cove Springs you were running solo, I think. So
yeah, I was, but there was a time... I think I've seen like at least 2 of these tank battles already, but I could be wrong.
Oh, okay.
So I thought there was a time that Lola got to see one of those tank battles. I got to find out from her, but I think she went to pick up our son. Because someone's got to pick him up and drop him off these days from work. But we're gonna wrap it up here because I know Walt's got stuff to do, and you all have stuff to do. It's Friday, like I said, and lots of things going on. I would say to you guys, keep a close eye on the social medias and stuff like that. I'll let you guys know what's happening. YouTube is hitting me up, but we're taking preventative measures. As lots of people, I'm not the only one, so I know that there's lots of folks out there that you guys like and support, and they're also in danger of this. And eventually they're going to get us all. It's kind of like the slow roll kind of thing that they're doing, going through the gun community right now. So on my part, I appreciate. I've gotten lots of comments and support from folks out there, and I appreciate that. Right. So Walt, tell the folks how they can support you. That's what we need to do.
Well, you can do like you did tonight, and You can visit Dirtfoot Racing and like, share, subscribe that if you like. Or you can go to safetyhourfirearms.com on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and Utreon, and check that out. And then there's stent parts for all your stent parts needs. Speaking of that, on the way, coming in soon, we have, first time ever for us, a batch of CZ 24-26 barrels in 9mm. They're going to be for sale. And hopefully it's in the near future here, we'll have the PPS 43 barrels back in stock too, because they're on the way also, but we have to do one more little operation to them before we put them back on the website. So
okay, cool.
And cool. MP5K stocks are back in stock also. So
all right, sweet. Shout out to everyone who's here, who joined us here. I see like Gen Champ Jr., Armament and Axis out there, DCG 44s, Jade Grew, Dan Hates You, all of you guys. The Armsman was here, Asper Warrior, like on and on. Everyone who watches the show, even the folks who aren't watching now, who watch it later, we appreciate you guys out there. I'm going to run in the end, Walt, and then we're going to come back, and you, sir, will give us words of wisdom. So get it on deck. Let's see if I can press the button. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us on this Freezing Friday, we'll call it. Freezing Friday here. We appreciate you. We're going to rip the audio out of this, throw it up on iTunes, all your favorite places to get your audio podcast from. You can also go to Audible. We're part of lots of different networks. You can Firearms Radio Network we're on. You can also go to hankstrange.com and find this. And if anything happens to us, hankstrange.com is always there to guide you to where to find us and all the different things that we're on. So if anything goes down and you're looking for us, that's the place to go. Shout out to everyone who's out there. We're getting lots of shout outs. Walter, words of wisdom.
Keep supporting your YouTube favorites, your gun people, and people related to that kind of thing. There's going to be other areas that get canceled too, aside from just firearms.
Yeah.
Stuff
I also saw that Amaland News had their YouTube video, their YouTube channel deleted. This is what I heard from Crump. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So here we go. We're just like news
Mm-hmm.
stuff, news sources.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop, gone. See it, because they don't want you to know what's really going on. So
yeah.
And that goes whether it's about guns or it's about getting vaccines or whatever your thing is. Mm-hmm. Politics. They don't only politics is good for them is their politics. So
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Support those people that you like.
Absolutely. Those folks take a risk standing up and speaking out for you. And, I know from my point of view, I appreciate your support as well as the other folks out there that I know. And I think next week we're going to try to get some folks in here from Utreon and try to have like a more expanded conversation about this, so you guys can look forward to that. All right, Walt, thanks a lot. I'm going to hit the buttons right now and end this. Good night to everyone out there. We'll see you back here next week. Let me hit the buttons.